ClickView is one of the business discovery tool. Okay, and it's one of the business intelligence as well. Okay, and it's a self-service visualization. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so in terms of whatever the requirements they're getting from the BS or from the clients, so we can develop in a short span of time. And
Yeah.
ClickView is an in-memory analysis tool. Okay, in-memory analysis in the sense the application which is going to use the RAM memory. Okay,
Okay.
basically this is famous for because of in-memory analysis. Whenever you are opening the report on the access point, so at the time it will be open very faster. And
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, you
and
can.
yeah, okay. So do you have idea on this dimensions and measures and schemas like this? Star schema, snowflake schema, and what do you mean by dimension and measure these things?
Uh, no, I don't have idea.
Okay, so I will tell you the basic of this thing, and then we'll continue with our click view. Okay,
Okay, sure, sure, sure.
so dimension. So first of all, in our database, we are having multiple number of tables. So just we need to identify which is a dimension and which is a measure. Okay. So coming to that, there are different types of attributes. Attributes are columns. Okay. So the first thing is dimension in the sense static. Okay, which cannot
Okay,
be changed. For example, employee ID. Okay. Whenever if any employee is joining in the organization, they are having some employee ID, which is going to be constant.
okay,
Okay, and employee name. Okay, and employee date of joining or date of birth, whatever. So they may not change. Okay, and they will be considered as static.
okay.
Okay, just giving the basic idea on this.
Mm.
Stat. Or T is not working. So basically, these dimensions comes under the static, and in the similar way, we are having the measures. Okay,
Okay.
these measures are dynamic.
Mm.
Okay, so every year our salary is getting changed, whether it is incremented by whatever the percentage hike we are getting, right? So there will be change in the salaries, and in terms of our age, every year it is getting incremented by one, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So these comes under the measures in the sense facts. Okay,
Okay.
usually we in terms of database knowledge or in terms of reporting technology we used to call as dimensions and facts. Okay,
Okay.
so and the column names we used to call as attributes.
Mm.
Okay, attributes. So these are the first each and every table we need to identify these things. Okay, so hi Rajesh.
Okay.
Hi Rajesh. Okay, so we need to identify the dimension measures. Next, coming to the schemas. Okay, Hema.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, but here I'm seeing Hema has left, so that is the reason.
No, I'm from my laptop. I have
Mo-
connected.
Laptop and mobile also.
Yeah, mobile. I logged off. I was just checking why it was coming two names. Okay.
Okay. So in terms of schema, star schema and
Yeah.
snowflake schema.
Okay.
So the star schema in the sense the fact table should have the fact table is associated with multiple dimension tables.
Okay.
So star schema and snowflake schema difference is that one fact table associated with multiple dimension table is star schema, and coming to the Snowflake schema, one fact table is associated with multiple dimension tables, and dimension table is having relation with other dimension table. And in
Okay.
the Snowflake schema, there is a chance of having redundant data because of multiple tables, and we can join. There will be different types of joins and mapping load. Different things are there where we can join one table with another. So whatever the possible, we can do it. Okay.
Okay.
And coming to the ClickView, in ClickView we are having three components. Okay, so first one is ClickView Desktop. Second one is ClickView Server, and third one is ClickView Publisher. Okay, so coming to the ClickView Desktop is a Windows-based desktop tool which is used by the designers and developers, which means us. So the complete development and designing and creation of ClickView document will be done by us. Okay, and we are going to deploy that application. Major 80% of work will be done within the ClickView Desktop.
Okay.
And coming to the ClickView Server is nothing but, okay, here I will write this one: design and development. And coming to the ClickView Server, it's the communication between the client and ClickView applications.
Okay.
So because whatever the application we have deployed, whatever the application we have created, we need to deploy in the ClickView server. Okay, we are going to schedule with the help of QMC, and in the QMC we are going to do reload, schedule, and publish. Okay, QMC, and the second one is ClickView access point. So in the QMC, what we are going to do, we are going to schedule, reload, and publish. Okay, and coming to the ClickView access point, which is an end user's window. He'll know what you have accessed. Right, Hema?
Okay. Yes, yes.
You have access through access point only, right? Applications.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, so means you are an user. And
Yes.
coming to the ClickView Publisher is which will be helpful in distributing the ClickView document. Okay, which will be helpful in increasing the performance of the server.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever the application size we are having, okay, if we are having application size of 1 GB, so if you are distributing an application to the different user, okay, so at that time, if application is having the security with some India region or US or UK, so the data is going to be split in that particular way.
Okay.
Okay, so at that time, it won't load the full size of the application. It is going to get load only the reduced part in the sense the user, whatever the data is they are having the access, it will load only that particular area. If we are not having the publisher, it will load the complete data even though if you have implemented the security.
Okay.
Okay, so coming to the extensions, there we are having different types of extensions: .qbw, .qbd, .qbs, .qbx, .qbt. Okay,
I have a doubt
QBW,
here. I
yes,
have a doubt.
please.
Like if in ClickView Publisher, when the document is distributed,
right?
and they do any changes, or it is logged?
Locked in the
If
sense?
yeah, if any visualization they want to change, only it is read only, right? It's not.
Huh. Whatever I'm telling distribution, right? Every
Yeah.
time it will take the live application and it will do virtually.
Okay.
Whenever you are closing the session in the virtual also, it will
Yeah.
get automatically closed. It doesn't have any impact on the application. Whatever the application it's having, same thing get replicated.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So the first one is .qbw. QBW in the sense ClickView worksheet. So whatever the application we are creating, here, that application is having the extension of .qbw. Okay. So the final dashboard, whatever the application we are deploying in the server, it's having .qbw extension only. And coming to the .qbd in the sense ClickView data file. Okay. So the data which we are loading from the database may have different size of different sizes. Okay, may it have the 100 MB, 200 MB, or 300 MB, or 1 GB, like that. So what we will do here, we are going to load the entire data from the database and we are going to store in the QBD file. Okay,
Okay.
so why we are doing like that? Because if it is having 1 GB of data, if I can store that particular data into the QBD, then it is going to be stored in the compressible format.
Okay.
Okay, it will be like around 80%, 90%, means it will be compressed. 100 MB of file, if you are doing storing, means it will goes around 10 MB or 20 MB. Okay,
Okay.
and QBD will be loaded very faster. Okay, and QBD is a non-human readable format. It can be read and write only by the ClickView.
Okay.
Okay, and there are two types of QBDs are there: optimized QBD and unoptimized
Sorry,
QBD. Okay,
I have doubt here.
yes, tell me.
Yeah, it's similar to like Excel extension, right? Like
Which extension?
we can able to save Excel sheet, I mean workbook as binary format or like Excel asset. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Similarly, in terms of compression size, you are asking, right?
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Yes, similarly.
Okay, ठीक है.
And coming to the ClickViews, there are two types of QBD. I said, right? Optimized QBD and unoptimized QBD. Optimized QBD in the sense, whenever you are loading any table into the ClickView and you are going to store directly that table without doing any change in terms of any transformation or like that. Directly the source table you are storing in the QBD. That is called as
Okay.
optimized. And unoptimized in the sense, while you are loading any table, you are doing some transformation or change or doing any calculation like that.
Okay.
So at that time, it's having at that time it is having some conditions where we are going to implement, and it will take some time to load, and it will be having with some calculated data. So it is called as unoptimized. Okay, the difference between optimized and unoptimized is one is without calculation and one is with calculation.
Okay.
Okay,
Like you're saying, in unoptimized one, the raw tables are used, and
raw
like the
tables with
fine
some calculation.
with calculation. And in
Yes,
optimized, you're telling like already the calculated column is attached in there from a different source.
whether attached column is there or not, it will
Mhm.
store whatever the data is available in the table, directly store in the QBD without any calculation.
Okay.
Okay, see here optimized in the sense directly
Okay.
without any change. Unoptimized in
Okay.
the sense doing some calculations.
Okay.
Don't confuse that with Word.
No,
Okay.
actually, if it is unoptimized, it will take. You're saying it will take more time to load, right?
Okay. See, I'm telling in terms of time, but time is not a constant here. But in terms of calculation, I'm telling. Okay, time leave
Okay.
it. Anyway, it will take a minor change only. But unoptimized only, it should take the less time.
Yeah,
And but the
because
concern is,
already calculated fields are there.
but if you are specifying any conditions means while it was executing, it will check that conditions, right? For the time, it will take some more time.
Okay, okay,
For optimize, directly pushing the data.
okay,
And coming to the ClickView script file, whenever you are doing the data modeling, at the time you are doing some scripting, you can import,
yes,
you can export the script to the .qs file. So whenever if your application is having any issues in terms of failed or in terms of corrupted, at the time you can use so that you can get the data modeling part.
okay,
Okay. And coming to the QBX is called as the ClickView executable file. Okay. So this file will be QBX will be helpful whenever the ClickView application is running at the time. It will be helpful in starting of the click engine. Okay, whenever you are
okay,
executing something, there should be some execution. The execution is possible with the help of QVX, which will be
Yeah.
happened in the internally. And QVT in the sense ClickView theme file. Okay, so whenever you are creating any reports, okay, so at that time you are doing some changes, but if you are having the theme, it will be added advantage so that you are having the proper visualization with the reports as well as theme also, so that it will look colorful. Okay,
okay,
Mhm.
so we will apply some themes like poster design. In the similar way, we are designing our sheets.
okay,
Yeah, now you are having the data ready. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to connect ClickView to that particular database. How you are going to connect? So there are two types of connection strings, ODBC and OLEDB. ODBC in the sense open database connection, OLEDB in the sense object link existing database connection. Okay, so ODBC in the sense open database connection, OLEDB in the sense object link existing database connection. The difference between these two is both will be helpful in connecting to the database, but the one point is OLEDB will be very fast when compared to the ODBC. If you wanted to connect to the ODBC, there should be DSN name like this you need to add. But when you are wanted to connect to the OLEDB, at that time directly it will go for uh, host name. You need to select that provider, Microsoft SQL, whatever the database you are going to connect, and you need to give the host name, server name, and you need to give the credentials. Okay. So, and these two are of free connectors, which we can connect to the many of the databases. And if you wanted to connect to the SAP database, separate connector is required. Okay. And which is a licensed one. And these two are of free connectors. And ClickView may not have the connection to the cloud access. So I hope you are already aware of ClickView, whatever the reports which was created by the developer, user can access. User cannot do any creation of the new reports. Am I right?
come again.
No, whatever the in ClickView, whatever the report created by the developer, user can access those reports.
Yes,
If user
yes,
wanted to create some analysis, they cannot create.
yes, we can.
But there is some ad hoc functionality, but you can select few of the dimensions and measures on ad hoc basis,
Yes,
right? So ClickView is an in-memory analysis tool. Okay, it can easily consolidate to multiple data sources. Means we can connect to the multiple data sources, whether it is Excel or SAP or SQL Server or MySQL or Oracle or Salesforce. If you wanted to connect to the Salesforce also some separate connector is required, which is the licensed one.
okay,
Okay, and it loads all the data into the memory. not for a selected cubes like
Microsoft
that.
Access, MS Access,
Sorry?
MS Access.
Yes, yes, it can connect.
Okay.
You will connect to that one only.
Mhm.
Okay. And user selections queries in only initiate traffic between the RAM and CPU. So whenever you are opening the ClickView application and if you are making any selections in terms of retrieving the data, so the traffic will be occurred in between the RAM and CPU, in the fluctuations. Okay, so these are the databases where you are going to connect to the ClickView and it is going to be stored in the ClickView application. And here if you can see they have written in memory, means which is going to be stored within the application. And those application is going to be visible by the user. Okay, this is the dashboard. Here the data is going to get stored as an in memory, and that application is visible by the multiple users. And if you can check the number format, it was zeros and ones. Okay,
Okay.
now the difference between the traditional BI and associative BI. In the traditional BI, if you can see patient, location, episode, visits, if you want to count the number of visits, you need to go to the patient and you need to go into the location, you need to come into the episode and you need to come to the count of visits. So you need to take 3 steps process. But when it comes to the associative BI, if they wanted to count the visits, directly single step. Patient, if they want to check the episode, direct step. Location, direct step. Means anything they can interact immediately. Okay. In the traditional BI, it will take much time. Means it will go step by step process. But here, whatever the field you wanted to find out, you can directly go and check the location or episode or count of visits. You can check. Okay, he belongs to which location, like that. Now coming to the ClickView component architecture. So right now, whatever we have discussed regarding these 3 components, one thing I need to say, there we are having ClickView desktop, ClickView server, publisher I have written, right? So ClickView desktop is one software and ClickView server and publisher is the another software. The difference is in the second server and publisher one set of file, you need to apply the 2 licenses. If you wanted to see server license you need to apply. If you wanted to see the publisher, you need to apply the publisher license. The only difference is there will be some source document and user documents will be available. Source document is for publisher and user documents is for the ClickView server. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you can see this architecture, there are data. Okay. Whatever the data, ODBC or OLEDB, whatever the different types of data you are going to load into the ClickView developer, and you are creating this application. So that is the reason why above, if you can look at here, it's showing create content. Okay. Now, second thing is ClickView server. In ClickView server, we are having ClickView server and publisher. The thing is, server can do reload, publish, and distribute. Okay. So, with the help of server, we are having QMC. In the QMC, we can do reload and publish. Okay. And if we are having the publisher as well, then you are having the other option, distribute, where you can distribute this document to the users. So the thing is, next one, consume content. Consume content in the sense, once your application is published, then you need to check the application in the different types of electronic gadgets, whether it's a laptop or my mobile or iPhone, Android, means any of the electronic gadgets. Okay. So if in terms of plugins, if you can see Ajax and IE plugin, Ajax browser will be by default. Okay, by default it will be there. And if you wanted, if in your application, in case if they have implemented the macro, then you need to install the IE plugin. Okay. Now, finally, if you are accessing the reports in the electronic gadgets of this device, means it was consuming the content, means utilizing, which is published. Okay. Now coming here, security. Security in the sense anyway we will implement in our application, where we can see the where we are going to maintain the list of users information in the Active Directory, all the users in the organization. Okay, so that based on that users, we are going to provide the access to the application. Okay, so do you have any doubts in this architecture? Liquid desktop, developer, server. Hema, Rajesh.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, you said in ClickView Publisher they distribute the document, right?
Right, right.
So what is this ClickView clients? I couldn't get it. What is this actually?
See, ClickView clients in the sense once your application is ready, you are visible
Yeah.
this click access point in the laptop or Windows, right? Laptop or PC, personal system,
Yeah.
personal. So
Yes.
in the similar
Right.
way, that
Right.
that application can be visible in the electronic gadgets as well. Mobile also you can access
Okay.
the application.
Okay.
iPad or
But
tab also.
I think yeah, if an application is like designed and developed on one of the desktop, I think without license you cannot share it. With license we can share it. Is that you're saying?
Come again, come again.
If you don't have a license, any of the license, if you're developing some ClickView on your personal desktop, you cannot share it, right? You can only see it on the same desktop or the uh, same thing. But if you develop it on one phone, you can see it on only one phone. On that phone
Huh.
only.
If you have created the application, if you have deployed in the server, and you can give that link so that you can open on the any of the electronic gadget, but
Okay.
it should be within
Fine, I
the
got
company's
it, I got
network.
it.
Like,
Yeah, I
hmm,
got it.
hmm,
I
hmm,
got it. Sorry, I got it.
Gopal,
okay.
one more thing.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Yeah, it's like a web applications or like desktop applications we can install and can then view like iPhones or Android we have applications different extensions. So it's like a link and then we can click on the I mean in the browser and then can view the at click view or is
Yeah, yes,
that
just adding the extensions.
okay okay.
For adding the extension, it will also be helpful.
Mhm. Okay.
Like in the browser, we'll add, right? We'll search extensions tab and we'll check.
Yeah.
Same architecture here we have seen in this diagram. So data access layer, application layer, and presentation layer. So data access layer in the sense whatever the data we are having different types of data, we are going to load into the ClickView application. Okay, the same application with the different connection providers we are using here, and we are creating the QVDs and ClickView files, and we need to deploy the application in the ClickView server. Okay, which is an application layer. Application layer in the sense ClickView server will helpful in the communication between the client and the ClickView application. And coming to the presentation layer, which is going to get
Yeah.
accessible by the end user, okay, where they are going to access with the help of Ajax browser or with some mobile or whatever the gadget. Okay, there are in terms of different types of architecture we are following. Okay, we will
Is
discuss in
there
the
any
next.
limit with how many people you can share it, like the end one?
Application.
Dashboards.
Yeah, application, web
Huh,
application.
we should have the licenses.
Okay.
For the end user, we need to each and every user we will be allocating some license.
Okay. Okay.
Whenever if any user doesn't want, we will revoke them and we will allocate to some other person.
Okay.
Gopal, we are using Spotfire now, so it's similar to that, right?
Yeah, similarly,
Okay.
it's also one tool, right? In terms of
Yeah. Okay.
BI tool.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, like ClickView, we are having the ClickSense and Tableau also.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so this is in terms of publisher. Publisher in the sense, if you are having day-to-day, day to day, every day we are getting the large amounts of data. Okay, so every day if we wanted to do the full reload of application, every time it will load all the historical data and it was taking some time. So if we are having the incremental load, then what we will do, we are going to load whole data, means whole data which is already existing in the QBD historical data, and it will append the latest data. Okay, there will be some insert, update, delete commands which we are going to use in the incremental load script. Okay, we will be discussing in the when the incremental load topic is there, then we will discuss that thing. Now, if you can see here, they have created the incremental loads and full reloads. Okay, incremental load, whenever they have used, they went for QBD files and they went to the dashboards. Okay, in the similar way, in the below also, full reload they have done. Full reload means it will load the entire data from the starting onwards. But whenever if you go for the incremental load, what it will happen, it will load the latest data, and in the historical data, if there is any changes happen, any updation or deletion happen, it will check those things on the basis of some primary key column.
Okay.
Okay, and if you wanted to distribute any reports via email, we can distribute, and that application will be available in the access point. Okay. See, these skills, ClickView skills are great fit, and if you can look at the skill area, data loading means we are going to load the data into the ClickView application with the help of SQL or whatever, and data architecture, whether it is star schema or snowflake schema, some model will be there. And coming to the UI design, there will be some visual design, layout, colors, complete visualization part, how we are going to formatting them, and testing, how you are going to test the data, whether it is proper or not. And coming to the security, how you are going to implement the security, whether the list of users available in the directory or not. If not, we are going to take some Excel file, we are placing the list of users and we can implement the security. And infrastructure support in the sense, whatever the configuration required for our ClickView desktop and ClickView server configuration in the sense. And coming to the project management, what is the process you are going to follow implementation of this project, whether you follow RAD model or Scrum process. Okay, Scrum in the sense every 3 weeks there will be some sprint like that will be there, right? And coming to the ClickView specific skills are ClickView QV UI or logic. Okay, it means whatever the charts or objects you are creating and whatever the scripting you are right now we have discussed in the SQL scripting, right? In the similar way, whenever you are loading the table, you are going to do the ClickView scripting. Okay. And if you are having any MS Excel, the formulas or report they are generating, they may be containing the formulas in the Excel so that we can use this formula and we can make the conversion to the ClickView formula. And coming to the QB administration, it's a part of ClickView management console and ClickView server or publisher. So ClickView administration involves these two things, ClickView management console and ClickView server. Okay.
Okay.
Data architecture stages. If you are loading the data directly from the database to the ClickView application, it comes under the stage 1. Directly means every time we need to hit the database. And there's stage 2. Stage 2 in the sense, if you are having the data, you are going to load into the ClickView application and you are going to generate the QBDs with the help of one QBW application. One QBW application we are going to use only for storing the QBDs. And second application, we are going to load that QBDs into the QBW application we'll start using. And coming to the stage 3. First application for creation of QBDs. Second application is for loading that QBDs and once again storing the aggregated QBDs. Aggregated QBD in the sense we are doing some calculation. First, while creating the QBD without any calculation, and in the second application we are doing some calculation and we are storing that one. So it comes under the aggregated QBD. And the third is our main application which we are going to load the aggregated QBDs. Stage 4 in the sense we are creating means we are loading these Excel file or whatever the data we are going to load into the first application and creating the QBD. In the second application, we are loading that QBDs and we'll just load that QBDs and we'll create the data model. Okay, and in the second application, we load the QBDs and we'll create the data model. Okay, create the data model in the sense we are providing the relation between table to tables. Okay, and coming to the third application, we are going to load the second application with the help of binary load, means loading for second QW application into the third QW application. Okay, so that if anyone has viewed the third application, they cannot see the script. They will see the just a single line binary load. Okay, any doubts in this architecture stages? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. If it is first stage, means the database is hitting many number of times. Because every time if you want it to refresh, it needs to be get connected to the database live only.
Okay.
Okay.
So where I have said the difference between the server and publisher, where you can observe is, if you are having server in the QMC, user documents tab will be available. Okay, if you are having publisher, then source documents are available. Okay, and if you can see, there will be some meta files and shared files also will be generated once you have published this application. Yes, QBDs are in compressed format. Yeah, hi Nishadri, are you able to hear me?
Hi Gopal. Yes, I just have a query that are we explicitly loading QVD or we are loading the zip format of QVD?
No, QVD in the sense it's a zip format. Zip format is in the sense compressed. Okay, so QVDs will be loaded faster.
Okay.
Okay, so if you are not having, if you are loading from the database, it will take, whatever the original data, it will take some time. In terms of memory also, it will be more, and in terms of loading also, it will be take much time. And if you store them in the QBD and if you are loading that QBD means, then it will be faster. And also it will be memory also reduced.
Okay. So is there any limit on number of QBDs that we can use it in one dashboard?
No limit.
Okay, thank you.
As much as you can load, but just we just don't want to confuse them, and whatever the things are required, we will be loading. You can load anything, but the data model will be getting huge, right? So just we need to think of that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what we'll do is we will create some sample application.
Gopal.
Yes.
How to get a licensed version for ClickView? I mean, can I install the ClickView for free, or I need to take license for that?
No, you can install for free only. You can just go to the click.com site and you can register there and you can download the ClickView application. ClickView software.
Limitations or something like
Limitations in the sense it's a personal edition. Whatever the applications it can be like 1 month you can use, and after 1 month, whatever the applications you are creating on your own, means you can create your own application and you can make it use, but you cannot open the other applications. Other applications can be opened only 3 times.
Okay, and I can't share it, right?
You can share it. That person should have the license, then only they can open.
Okay, fine.
Okay, just we will discuss these things later, and just I will load one. Just I will create this sample report and I will show you. So there are multiple columns are there where we can see this. Okay.
Yeah.
So based on this table, what I will do, I will create some report. Okay, here we are having the multiple products. So what I will do, I will go to the colors and I will add the multicolor. Coming to the dimension limits, I will restrict here and I'll uncheck this. I want to display the top 10 products.
Okay.
Okay, in terms of namings, if you can see, it was looking like clumsy. So I will change the axis and I will add the values on the top. So values are bigger, values are there. 100 number format, I wanted to see as integers. Okay, so I will take some filter, product, margin, and order date. Because I haven't loaded the other table in that Excel, I have just loaded simple one table. So based on that, whatever the product I want, I can make selection, and whatever the customer I required, I can make the selections, and which date I wanted to see, I can select. And if you can look at this, whatever the selections I'm making, it was working on the basis of green color, white color, and ash color. So green color is nothing but current selection. White color is nothing but possibility of selection. Means there is, for this particular product, there are 3 days the sales was happened. So you can select whatever the date, or you can select those 3 dates also. So these 3 selections are mandatory, and based upon whatever the selection you make, you can see the look at the report also. And we can create the year, month, and we can make the conversions also. Okay. So any doubts as of now?
Yeah,
Hello.
maybe you can show us how we are loading through ODBC connection and all.
Sure. I will show in the next session.
Okay,
Means
fine.
the next session we will be playing with the help of this Excel file only. We'll create whatever the things, and next session we are going to connect to the some database with the help of ODBC or OLED. We are going to connect, and we will be creating some data model like a sales related project type, and we'll connect to the calendar also, and we need to create the year, months, everything we need to create. Okay, as a part, just demo, I have covered these things.
Yeah, sure.